what really transpired this whole problem between yourself and Matt Hardy backstage that's causing all this stuff where he's kind of starting to call you out on his shit, and it's a back-and-forth situation, but I also wanted to know what's going on with Matt's personal life that he seems to always seem to lose a girl to another wrestler. I mean, is there something that we don't know about Matt Hardy that you can share to other people out there?
It's funny you say back and forth because it hasn't been back and forth at all. I've made it insistent that I wouldn't get into block battles, and I guess you could look at it as like, oh, he's just commenting on it now, so that would be his volley back. But I don't need to get into internet battles or blog battles with with basically a guy who like I just mentioned doesn't think his stuff stinks or needs any kind of improvement or this or that. A guy who thinks so highly of himself that he adorns his house with pictures of himself. So
wow.
And I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever in my life seen him without his own merchandise on his body. Like, I don't think he's ever not worn his own. I think he actually has a deal with Hanes. I think it's like Hard Hanes, and they make their own underwear, actually, out there in Cameron. It's weird. Yeah, they actually run sweatshops out there.
So literally, it's almost like this gimmick.
Well, he tried that, but he wasn't smart enough to figure out that, the cumulus clouds would always overtake the black cloud, and so he kind of chose a poor one. So he couldn't actually do that. He actually tried to do some weird reverse hydrolysis and become water pellets in order to actually be a dark cloud. Like, he was trying hard, but I don't know. It was weird. I guess he just don't.
Well, what I don't understand, Paul, and I know that you basically said that you wanted to put this behind you and all that kind of stuff. But I'll say it for not only you but for the fans. I just want to know, like, Matt Hardy is in the WWE. He's still employed by the WWE. Why?
Sure.
Why are you employed by the WWE? And you have this hot angle supposedly with Jeff Hardy. Why would you even waste your time to even so-called answer what he says, is a no battle?
Thank you. Thank you. That's a very good point. I actually
referring to someone as a hooligan.
Yeah, hooligan.
Well, I want to thank him, actually, publicly. I want to thank him for the exposure. I mean, how flattering is it for me to have a megastar? I mean, I'm talking like a megastar. Definitely a household name. I mean, wouldn't you think? I mean, he's definitely a household name.
By the way, what happened with Hooligan? I always thought that was an awesome name for you and Kendrick as a tag team. I don't know why they never went with that.
We did present it multiple times, and it was always, no. Once you guys have your own names so that when we break you up, it won't affect you.
You guys came out in masks. You had matching tights. You had something going. I don't understand. And you had hooligans written on your fucking tights. Why the fuck didn't the WWE ever acknowledge that? Beyond me, but it's just shit like that got me pissed off about that because your tag team was on.
Do you think at all that Matt Hardy just seems to feel the need to, maybe he's bored, or maybe he's like, well, let's use talking about me today, and I'll answer them.
I don't think he's bored. I think he's just insecure and he's afraid, I think he's worried about the truth getting out there,
Well, the guy is losing his hair.
I thought it was a modified mullet. I actually thought it was a spray-on mullet.
And Jeff Hardy is more over than his own brother. I mean, Jeff Hardy has had a lot of issues with demons, but fans seem to praise more Jeff.
Has that ever been in question? I mean, has it ever been in question? He's always been popular.
But in reality, though, Paul, what's your feelings with Jeff? I mean, is he totally different from his brother? I mean, do you get along with him?
Yeah, he's way more sincere. He's very sincere. He's a sweet guy. He's really a guy. He's not out to hound all the attention or the spotlight. He's just naturally charismatic, and I think people can pick up on the fact that he's naturally sincere and genuine. And
I think when the whole thing with him and he had sympathy with the fans, but I think over time the fans really gave two shits about Matt nowadays. I mean, but before they were so pro against with the "you screwed Matt" chant for months and months. He gets his job back, thinking he was going to become a megastar now, and Edge is 8-time champion. How many fucking times has this man held a world championship title? Other than the
quite a lot. I don't really keep up with it, but
Let me ask you this, Paul. Does anything, and be honest, does anything between you and Matt have anything to do with Ashley Mazzaro?
Not from a relationship standpoint, no.
Okay. Because people wanted to know, because people think that Matt Hardy is harping on this relationship.
He might be. I don't know. I can't speak for him. I know facts that the average fans don't know, and that's just, it's sad. It's sad that it's a reality.
Yeah. And from a professional standpoint, you feel, and again, be honest, you feel that you're more talented than Matt Hardy. I think I've seen you in matches that rival a Matt Hardy match.
I'm more talented athletically. I'm more talented from an ability standpoint. I'm more talented from a verbal standpoint. I'm more talented from a vocal standpoint. I'm more talented from an honest standpoint. Where I am not more talented is in a political standpoint. Where I'm not more talented is in a manipulative standpoint. Where I'm not more talented is in a cowardice standpoint. There he's got me.
And what's the situation with him and Edge? Do they even still have animosity after all this, or did he just kind of tuck his shit?
I think the whole thing was a work, to be honest with you. I think the three of them, and I think maybe the three of them thought, like maybe they should put out a film, like a tape, and they went to Chatsworth and tried to talk to a few producers, and they're like, "Are you kidding? The three of you are ugly. Like nobody's gonna buy this." And then, and then it was like, "Oh well, let's just pretend that you bang my girlfriend, and I'll get angry about it, and then I'll get fired, and then I'll go and shoot videos in the woods where I have a gun because that makes me look cool." And you know what I mean? And I'll shoot cardboard cutouts of my ex-girlfriend because that'll show her. So I don't know.
Matt Hardy was not pleading his case when he was doing those videos.
It just looked more of an act of desperation at this point from what Matt was doing. I mean, he was going as the Punisher now. It just wasn't working.
I don't know. Maybe Punisher Warzone because it was the shits. Not even, actually. That's insulting to Punisher Warzone. But I don't know. But I want to thank him again for the publicity, just for mentioning someone like me, just a little dot, on his universe. It's just, he's such a megastar, and I'm just so pleased that he even acknowledged it. He obviously listened to the interview 1,000 times, sat in front of his computer for hours before he actually figured out how to type on it.
So, Paul, can we confirm basically that there will be no possible turn to the WWE in any future for you if you ever decide to, or maybe they decide to let bygones be bygones?
Is this a work so that you can go attack Matt Hardy on TV?
Well, if you see me in the woods with like a bow and arrow and his cardboard cutout, then you'll know it's a work. Or if you see me shooting a BB gun or something at the stop sign. You gotta wear the mask that you used to wear, to the ring. In the video.
You gotta run.
The ground luchador mask or the theater mask.
The Kendrick in London mask that you.
Sure, I've got a few of them actually. I've been selling them to bondage companies. They're looking for new molds.